Notorious. Crypto Frog in the house. How we all freaking doing, yo? We are here to talk about the Hashmasks, the next generation of digital art on Ethereum, NFTs. Let me just share this out with my Twitter followers, if you wouldn't mind. If you are a new viewer, please subscribe. Although, if you're watching this early in the live video, I assume you are already a subscriber. But thumbs up while you're at it too. That would be absolutely awesome. I'm just going to tweet this out, if you wouldn't mind. 1 second. Let's have a look at Crypto Frog likes the super chats, yo. Feel free to drop some super chats in my lug hole. That would be greatly appreciated. And we're going to talk about the newest kid on the block, the project that came into the NFT world and pretty much said, God dang right, we're going to F shit up. And they did so in quite an epic fashion. Okay, I'm just tweeting that out. Thank you very much. Disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. I should hope you know that already. Oh, and I said that I'd share this in the Telegram group too. So there we go. Welcome. If you're a new viewer, you are very much welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Crypto Frog. You can follow me on Twitter, CryptoFrog202. We are talking about Hashmasks. If you've been on crypto Twitter over the past 24 hours, you will have not missed anything to do with Hashmasks. And that's what the topic of today's video is going to be all about. If you're watching live, do me a solid. Throw me a thumbs up and a subscription. That would be greatly appreciated. Art. I am a big lover of art on the blockchain, yo, and if you have been a long time subscriber, you may well have catched, that's not proper English, is it? Caught my videos on Super Rare and other NFT kind of jazz. But today we're talking about the newest kid on the block, and to say that Hashmasks came and absolutely drove a freaking 18-wheeler through the space would be quite the understatement, wouldn't you say? I believe they raised around well over 7,500 Ethereum, which as of the time of making this video is around about $10 million. Pretty crazy, and we'll get into that in just a moment. You are looking at the web page. There is a link to it in the video description below, the hashmasks.com. Right now, I'm not looking at the comments. I want to keep it semi on the level because people presumably are watching this who want to learn more about the old Hashmasks. So instead of me going on tangents about whatever quality information you're throwing at me in the live chat, so stick to Hashmasks. What is it then? It is a digital art / NFT non-fungible token collectible kind of project created by scores of super talented artists from all the four corners of this God's green earth. As you can see here, it's located in Switzerland. The company, the Critique Labs, in a place called Zug. If that is not the most Swiss-sounding place, I don't know where is. So the pre-sale, so to speak, has ended. As you can see here, it is now ended, sir. But the early creation or the sale of these Hashmasks was done via that. There are only ever going to be 16,384 unique digital portraits. The sale is now over. They sold out incredibly freaking fast. I couldn't believe it. For a while there, they were in this half an Ethereum kind of section of 4,000 NFTs for a little while. But once it hit 0.9 ETH, it really was off to the races, and 0.7 ETH, 3 ETH, and 100 ETH dropped in short order. It was quite astonishing to see the number of ones left just ticking down like a clock on steroids. But once I've introduced the project, I will allow you the pleasure of checking out my collection. I was rather lucky. I got in at the 0.5 Ethereum range. Lucky me. So I managed to grab quite a sizable selection. So I'll show you that in just a moment's time. If you're just tuning in, I notice 28 people are watching, only 11 thumbs up. Please rectify that situation by clicking thumbs up. Helps the algorithm, helps people find this video and learn more information about Hashmasks. And if you're not a subscriber, help subscribe, because that helps the algorithm as well. If you want to chuck me a super chat, more than free to take those. And also a disclaimer: none of this financial advice, just my opinions, the opinions of a random person, but also a legendary person on the internet. So we're going to talk about Hashmasks. Just to give you an example, this is one of mine. Isn't she/he a beauty? Here's another one. This is a super rare one. I got very, very lucky to get one of these. He has a pixel face, which is one of the rarer ones, but we'll get into the different traits and what distinguishes them from each other in just a moment's time. But I did notice the big jump in the thumbs up there, so thank you very much. But like I say, I'm not looking at the chat right now. So another nice thing about the Hashmasks is that by holding your collection, which you will do unless you sell on the secondary market, I'll get onto that in just a moment's time, you can rack up the NCT token. It is called the name changing token. It has been trending all day today on CoinGecko. Current market cap of that is, in my opinion, a very lowly 5.13 million US dollarinos. In fact, if you want to change the name of your Hashmask, you can do so, but you have to burn 1,830 of these NCT name changing tokens to do that, and literally anything goes. Current price of 1,830 NCTs is $372, and I was just changing the names like it was going out of fashion. I should have really thought that through. This was about 3 days ago. I was just having fun changing all the names. But I wasn't as imaginative as some people were. I kind of wish that I'd been put a little bit more imagination than the 5 minutes over breakfast that I did it. And I spent an absolute ass crack of Ethereum gas in the process, as well as burning pretty much $400 every time I made my name that I gave literally 3 seconds thought to making. But when you're a holder of these, I think you get each day you get like 10 NCTs a day per Hashmask you own. As of the current time of making this video, each Hashmask will give you $2, but still, I mean, this could go way higher. It should, in my opinion, go a lot higher. Imagine if this is $500 million market cap, which I honestly cannot see why it might not be in the near future, then that would be 100x that. So each Hashmask you have, you'd be making $200 a day off. Imagine that. That'd be pretty nice, right? If you get your 1,830 name changing tokens NCT, then you can burn those and make your own name. I mentioned that, of course. And God dang, people sending me DMs on Twitter. Sorry. This is what happens when you literally are probably one of the most brilliant up-and-coming multimedia stars in the whole of cryptocurrency, specifically on DeFi. If you're a big fan of DeFi and a first-time viewer, please click subscribe because this is DeFi Central. But I also talk about Dogecoin. See, I don't really give a shit. I just love cryptocurrency. So I think this project's going to be huge. It's pretty much already the biggest collaborative NFT art projects bar none. And I do not say that lightly. I have talked about digital art, NFTs, art on the blockchain many a time before on my channel. Just search after you've done watching this video, of course, and you can find more of my videos on digital art. I think it's the next big up and coming thing. The industry is still finding its feet, but a lot of the time with a very promising industry that's just finding its feet, the early adopters, they're the ones that make out like freaking bandits. And Hashmasks really just blew me away. The minute I saw it, I was not lucky enough to be in the first tranche or the second tranche, but as soon as I saw it, god dang, that was like a barrier meal. I was like a cartoon character, you know, what's that, when Roger Rabbit or something, when your eyes like pop out of your head and your tongue hits the floor and your heart starts literally beating out of your chest. That's what I was like, and I went to town. Yeah, this wasn't really being talked about at all on Twitter either. I don't know how I came across it, but I'm so glad I did when I did. But unlike any other collectibles as well, what's really nice about Hashmasks, I'll scroll down here so you can get a taste of some of the other ones. These aren't mine, these are just examples. Other people presumably own them as well. You can find all the details on the website. There's a link in the video description below. The smart contracts are all verified. Name change token contracts are verified. You can find the link there. Hashmasks contract is also verified. You can find all the information there. You can find all their social links, Discord, Twitter, Medium, disclaimer, frequently asked questions, and you can contact them. By the way, disclaimer, I must say, because some people always ask me, is this some kind of paid promotion? No, but I should say disclaimer, I do have a stake in this doing well because I have a collection of Hashmasks, but I was not paid by this company to talk about their project, even though I think it's absolute butter and they probably should throw me a solid at least. So they have these multiple layers of scarcity. As you can see, these are all very different. A lot of the times in these kind of projects, you get these collection of NFTs that look exceedingly similar. This is most certainly not the case for Hashmasks. They have these different traits, and there's actually the different ways they are set up is that it kind of gives a general guideline of the scarcity of said masks, if you know what I'm saying. Hashmasks. I'm going to have to slam this phone out of the freaking window if people stop. If you are one of my Twitter followers, please, Android Twitter app is one of the most annoying pieces of shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life, and I'd be freaking embarrassed if my billion-dollar company had its name attached to such a dreadful application. Sorry, I just wanted to get that off my freaking face. Jesus, what is that guy Jack? What is he like, living on some desert island just so the feds don't kick his freaking door in? God, I hate that guy. But it's like they say build your own platform. You just build your own platform if you don't like it, and then they just ban everything anyway. So what are you supposed to do? You have to use your shitty platforms. God dang it, I hate Twitter. Sorry, Twitter rant over. Maybe. Time being. But if you follow me on Twitter, please do not DM me. It affects up my shit when I'm trying to see how many people are watching the video, etc., etc., etc. 29 legends watching, 22 thumbs up. There seems to be some kind of discrepancy there. Perhaps that could be fixed. So there are these implicit traits. Their kind of general way of telling them apart, which ones are more valuable. But there's also apparently a bunch of other traits there as well that haven't even been uncovered yet and might actually be revealed at the later date. So even if you think, oh, I kind of got a bit of an ordinary one in the sale, it could be in a month or two down the line. There's a little, what are those things called? Why do I think egg drop, not egg drop. What's that thing? I'm going to look at the chat if people could tell me what that might be. What's that thing called? Rabbit drop, rabbit hole, rabbit trail. Someone shan't tell me in the chat. That's going to annoy the shit out of me. Please tell me. I'll keep my eye on it. But so they have 5 basic characteristics. They all have degrees of rarity. We'll get into that in a minute. You've got mask, character, eye color, skin color, and then item. Now, not all of them have got an item, but all of them have their own different kind of masks of differing commonality or rarity, character, eye color, skin color. We'll get into that in the top in just a moment's time. On top of that you get to name it. God dang right. I'll show you that these are mine. I have 13 Hashmasks. I'll show you the names of those in just a moment's time. But that really adds the cherry on top of the icing, if you were to say, if that was be something you would say. So not only do you get to own the artwork, the hash mask, you get to name it. Not the artist who spent hours upon hours poring over making it and making it look so exceptionally beautiful. Like this one, owned by Crypto Frog, all rights reserved. Or this one, owned by Crypto Frog, all rights reserved. Piracy is punishable under federal law. And I will have my legal team come after you if you try and steal my copyright, okay? I've seen the start of UFC. I know how it works. And so you can just name it as well, which I've done. So a little old you know, you're down in your basement, in your mama's basement, in your stepmama's basement. You got your empty Mountain Dew cans just slung around the place. You've got your bag of marijuana that you bought off your local shady dealer, and you got that smoke on the go. You got your bag of Cheetos in hand. You got dust, and you just Cheeto dust all over you, and just rubbing your greasy hands on your T-shirt that your stepmama hasn't washed for like a week and a half. You're just like, yeah, I can name it. So, considering you and I are literally the anti-artists, well, I suppose we are artists in a way, because a lot of artists tend to live like that as well. But you can name your art, the art you bought, even though the artist itself remains nameless as part of Hashmasks. Your hash mask, your art. So you can call it whatever you freaking want. It's like kind of a Da Vinci painting the Mona Lisa and then just going to some random guy down the pub. Oi, I painted this classic priceless painting, but I want you to name it. And then that person saying, Elon Musk makes massive phallic rockets because he has a tiny penis. And then Leonardo looking at the guy thinking, oh, fucking hell, what a fucking retard. But he can't say anything, and he can't say no. Gravy. I believe why do I find it hard to get that out? Probably because I don't smoke much hash. I don't advocate for the usage of illegal drugs in some jurisdictions, legal in others. So I guess it's all right. But I was reading one of the quotes they like to say that a person's name, it's quoting Dale Carnegie, a person's name is to that person the sweetest, most important sound in any language. Crypto Frog. And then it says that's why it's the rarest trade of all. So not only do you have the Hashmask, but if you burn the token, you can name it and no one else can have it. Now, in addition to that, there's the complete and utter kind of random distribution. Fully fair, I might add. So these people here who managed to get in super early and paid 1/10 of 1 ETH, and those people who got in right at the end and paid 100 ETH, they had just the same chance of getting a really, really, really rare one or a rather common one, given the traits that I just mentioned regarding the mask, the skin color, etc., etc. And it was really nice, actually. The pieces were kind of done randomized cryptographically, so it doesn't matter if you were first or last to buy. Obviously, if you got number one, I believe that went on sale and that may have sold for a huge sum of money. But apart from that, on the secondary market, it doesn't really matter in regards to how rare your thing. It's just completely random, which is awesome. And everyone had to wait with bated breath to see what they're actually going to get, because prior to the sale ending, all you could see was literally this, a big fat question mark, and you were like, oh my god, am I going to get the absolute butter? Now the absolute rarest ones you can get are the unicorn, apparently. I'll get into that in just a moment time. But apparently out of 16,384 of these, there are only 13 of the unicorn ones. How fucking crazy is that? Dang! Unfortunately, I wasn't one of the lucky ones who got one of those. But I was doing my research, as you know. Follow me on Twitter as well, even though I actually want a donkey. I'm going to get demonetized again. Sorry, YouTube, but I really don't like Jack Dorsey. But I have 13,500 followers on an actual service I actually detest, CryptoFrog202. But I found this tweet thread by this gentleman here. His name is Louis Friedberg. And I found it rather interesting, to say the least. So he said, okay, this was posted on February 2nd, which is like now, basically. And he said, okay, Hashmask Rarity time. So he said, below is an example of 2,000 Hashmasks and the rarity of features. There may be rarer masks, but at the moment, Mystic is a winner at 0.1% frequency. So that's like the rarest of the rare Hashmasks, which will probably go for an eye-bleeding amount of money on the secondary markets. More on that later. And then he broke it down by what percentage are female. I'll blow this up here so you can see. Character, female, about 32.5%. Male, about 54.5%. Puppet, just under 3%. Robot, just under 9%. Golden robot, just over 1%. And mystical, 0.1%. Then, as I mentioned, these all have their different traits, how you can tell them apart, give them their own scarcity and all that kind of jazz. Then you have the mask. Aztec apparently is 1.5%. Basic is just shy of 14%. Hawaiian is just under 8.4%. Indian is around 5.3%. Pixel is like 6.38%. Abstract is under 2%. Animal is 22.5%. Street, Chinese 6%. Street 6%. Doodle 14%. Mexican, blah, blah, blah. Steampunk, I believe, is the rarest of the masks, according to Mr. Friedberg here, at just over 1%. The most common mask being Doodle, Not by much though. And then eyes, I won't go too fucking deep in this. The most common eyes are dark at almost 45%. Mystical is the lowest at 0.1%. And then they also have heterochromatic at just over 0.5%. I don't even know what that means. And then skin, mystical again is the bottom one at 0.1%. Then you've got freak at under 1%. That's pretty crazy, yo. I'm not entirely sure whether I have a freak one. I wish I did. Maybe I do. And then skin, grey and light are the most, with over going on 27% each. And then item, no item. So if you have no item at all, don't be like, oh, you got screwed over, because you are 9 out of 10 people. 9 out of 10 people who bought into Hashmasks don't have an item. And then the least common is golden toilet paper, legendary, at just over 1/3 of 1%. Pretty gravy. All right, so I'll show you the ones that I have in just a moment. But I did work out what my 2 rarest ones were, and I put them up on OpenSea, which lots of people are doing right now. So I put this one up for 100 Ethereum, god dang right. So I've got the pixel face going on. I've got a bunch of other rare features going on with this one. I really lucked out with this one. And I kind of figured that if people were paying 100 ETH for this, for a chance of just a regular one, why not pay 100 ETH for an absolutely magical, beautiful one? Let's pull it up large so you can see it. All rights reserved. All rights reserved. Unless you purchase it for 100 Ethereum, then you can do what you want with it. I changed its name to Satoshi Hashimoto, which I thought was freaking good. It's lucky that I got that. That's quite a good name, and it suits the art quite well. So I have the link for that below as well. So if you are mad baller rich and you want to buy that right now, you can feel free to pay me $138,000 for that. Thanks. And then I also put Pablo Picasso, his name is. I put him up for 75 ETH. He isn't quite as rare as Satoshi Hashimoto right here. I'm kind of being a bit cheeky, but if I sell him, if I don't sell him, I don't really mind. But you can see there, he's got the Aztec mask, which according to Friedberg is like super rare. Look at that. It's like less than 1.5. And yeah, he's got another bunch. I was careful only to list the most gravy. See, it says owned by me. Owned by you, aka not you listening now, by me, Crypto Frog. If you want it, you better come get it. Actually, I originally posted Pablo up for 100 Ethereum, but I thought that's a little bit too high, so I dropped it down to 75. Come on, you know. Got to be fair and all that kind of gravy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's all good, isn't it? So just to give you a recap on that, you can have 2 of mine if you want. If you got mad deep pockets. Let's just have a quick roundup before you look into my gallery. I know you're waiting on tendered hooks. How do you say that? Tendered hooks? You're just waiting. You know, I think I realised why this YouTube channel doesn't pick up traction. I think it's because A, I do my videos live and YouTube doesn't like that. B, I constantly slag off both YouTube and other big corporate friends of YouTube. C, I talk until the cows come home and go off topic a lot. D, I don't play by the rules because I keep getting demonetized all the time. And even when I send them a polite email saying, why was my video demonetized? All I said was to a user called Benjamin Netanyahu not to send Mossad after me. And they said, no, sorry, that was... And that was... I'm just quoting what I said. I mean, at this point, I just kind of think I'm bound to get demonetized. So I think that's why they aren't throwing that many impressions up in the air for the old Crypto Frog. And plus, like, they must take it by like how much time people watch. And I very much doubt, considering most of humankind right now has the attention span of literally a brainless hamster running around a wheel forever. That's probably why. So to give you a recap on Hashmasks, then before I give you lucky people a chance to peruse the Tate Modern of Crypto Frog's Hashmasks gallery, you will be mind blown. So supply is scarce. Just over 16,300 will ever exist. And some pieces are much more rare than others, aka two of the ones that I have up on OpenSea.io. Links down below if you have fat stacks. And I think, to be honest, I don't think I'm ripping people off with that price. I think that is a decent freaking price. Just saying. Just saying. Then there's the other layer of scarcity in it, the name. So once the name is taken, so I was desperately trying to get like Elon Musk or like the Winklevoss people and all those, but they were already taken. And once they're taken, none other one can bear the same name. And if you want to change the name once you have it, then you have to spend 1,830 NCTs and just burn them to change the name. Current price 523. I know it's a price popped up since I made this video. That is the power of Crypto freaking Frog, yo. Insanity. The power these hands have. It's quite extraordinary. But I mean, with great power comes great responsibility, so I take the responsibility very responsibly. So you can do that. You can change the names. That's nice, and it's kind of just like as much as it is about appreciating the art. It's kind of like a bit of a game as well. You get to have the ownership aspect. I like the way that they were fairly distributed. You also get the rarity of some pieces. All the pieces are unique, regardless of whether you find them personally baller or attractive to look at, or your cup of tea in the art sense. Plus you get the scarcity of names, like a layer, like an absolute beautiful layer of cream on top of an already beautiful cherry cake. And so you kind of get like this whole game-like experience, and the community is absolutely loving life. There are all like little sub-communities shooting off around Hashmasks, and it really is a fantastic part to be in. And in case you're watching the post-upload version of this video, it's 2021, and it couldn't have come at a better time, really, this project, because I think this kind of encapsulates the year we are in now and the year that just passed, that perhaps should remain nameless. You know, it's got masks in it, which is I mean, I love Hashmasks, but I freaking hate face masks. You know, it has the kind of chaotic nature to it. I mean, just look at these. Look at these kind of this, like, it's literally, that just literally says 2021 to me. Available for this one is available for 100 Ethereum on OpenSea. See the link below, and this one is available on OpenSea. See the link below for 75 Ethereum. Two of the rarest Hashmasks in the whole of Hashmasksville. All right, so you got all that kind of gravy. Shall we look at the frogs collection? Now, I would scroll up and tell you how much accumulated NCT I have. As you can see, I have 13. So let's browse them. One of them actually is now my crypto Twitter photo, and one of them is my crypto YouTube one. So this is Crypto Frog, number 8206. This is the new avatar on my YouTube channel. As you can see there, he kind of has a nice vibe to him and all that kind of jazz. Then we got Robot, and I called him number 1 ledge because I like saying ledge a lot. Let's see how Robot. I think robots are quite rare, actually. Let's see how many robots. Boom, look at that. Less than 9% are robots, baby. And I got one of them. Sexy. This one's just called Frog. That one's a little bit boring, but he does have an item. He does have toilet paper. Oh, shit. What was about toilet paper? Oh, look at that, baby. Now, this one may be slightly dull to the normal eye, but he's holding toilet paper. And according to the stats, only 2.37% of all 16,384 or whatever actually have toilet paper carrying around, isn't it? Legendary. And this one I called Mona, like Mona. She moans a lot, Lisa. I thought that was quite funny. Because Mona was Mona Lisa, the actual spelling was taken. And this one down here, this elephant, is my crypto Twitter picture now. I love it. It's beautiful. And he's got Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And he's an elephant. Let's have a look. I called that number 17A because that is actually the name of an incredibly expensive piece of art by an artist whose name eludes me. Elephant masks. Let's see if that might have some rarity to it. Let's check it out. Mask. Oh, maybe not. Animal 12.5%. What about the freaking elephant, yo? African's quite rare. All right, back to the collection. This one I called The Card Players, also a very famous name, famous artwork. This one is Pablo Picasso, has the Aztec mask, carrying an item too. He's got some bird's head. Let's see how rare that is. I think actually that might be something else. I don't want to click on... you can click on them to get a bigger picture, but then I'll give away my Ethereum account number and everyone will start... All the Etheriscan Aratsi will come after me. This is Satoshi Hashimoto, available on OpenSea. As you can see, he's got the Aztec mask and he's got all this stuff. And as you can see here, you've got these extra details that I think will come into play. So number 17A, the Elephant Man, does have a book. So let's see how rare a book is. Book is only 2.24%, baby. God dang right. Then we got Chad Vitalik. Good name. Classic. And another Aztec mask. His name is Mark Zuckerberg. As you can see, I spent absolutely ages making these names. Next one is Roger Ver with Boy Toy. He's pretty bad boy. And then this one, CZ is not your friend. Mr. Binance is not your friend. That's pretty nice, actually. That one is growing. In fact, they're all growing on me. The only one that doesn't really blow me away is this one here, 8208. But he's holding toilet paper, so that makes him exceptionally rare. And then Robot Man is Anatop. That's actually the Twitter handle of a really quite famous Bitcoin expert, and I'm hoping to ransom him for huge amounts of cash. That's a robot, and he's wearing a bandana, and he's got some kind of like weird thing going on. Let's have a look at robots. I don't think robots are... robots are only 8.7% of the Hashmasks. He's got some kind of bandana thing on. Let's have a look. This follow this Lewis Friedberg, and he'll give you all the deets, all that kind of gravy. Anyway, I'm a massive fan. How could you not be a massive fan of Hashmasks? You can go onto OpenSea and have a look around, actually. Other more cheap options are available in the second market. If you did miss out, because people are probably asking, oh, I missed out on the pre-sale, blah, 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 blah. How can I buy? Well, look at this. I just typed Hashmasks into the crypto, the OpenSea.io. And you can see that people have a bunch of different ones there. So what you have to do, you can see the price in Ethereum here, 25 ETH, 19 ETH, 10 ETH, blah, 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 2 ETH. You may actually be able to use those statistics and have a gander through, and maybe someone is sharply undervaluing their artwork. In fact, once this video is over, I may very well do that. And then you can just connect your MetaMask, and so say, you know, this guy here is selling this one. It's kind of like a skull face. Let's see what skull face might be quite a good one. I mean, if you find anything like this, buy it immediately. In fact, I should probably close this video immediately and start looking for those before people know, because I don't think many people saw that guy's tweet and he looked like he spent a lot of time making it. God dang right. I hope you enjoyed this video on Hashmasks. Hope you're as big a fan as I am. Disclaimer, none of this was financial advice. Check out my OpenSea legendary, very expensive but also worth it NFTs. If you have the cash, feel free to buy them. Super chats done. Probably no one sent me any. If you are not a subscriber, please click subscribe, and also thumbs up. That would be absolutely legendarino. Let me have a quick look at the chat, see what we're saying. I'm not going to read out Crypto Frog in the house, baby. What the fuck are Hashmasks? Well, now you know. Hashmask equals DG Picasso. God dang right. Greg Baker in the house. Ample, Anarchy now says, yes, I'm deep balls deep in ample fourth again. Round 3. Ding, ding. When are you going to talk about Badger? Pavel says, I've made like an hour-long video on Badger, sir. All-time high. Congratulations. Timbo Slice, 2 a.m. in USA too. Badger speaks for... yeah, anyway. My Hashmask is kind of meh, Pittsburgh says. Send it over. You got very lucky with those, Frog, says Crypto Wagyu. Thank you very much. Only one pleb mask, and even that is a cool version. Thank you very much. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. You are all absolutely legendary, especially the ones who have clicked thumbs up and subscribe. Until we meet again, you know the deal, Stack the Chad. Love the digital art, yo. Peace out. Next time. Love ya. Peace.